So we've just seen Alex Eala get her second clay court win of the season, taking out Pavlyuchenkova in a close straight sets, or at least a pretty decent straight sets, probably her best.
Alex Eala has done it again. The young Filipino sensation has announced her presence at the Mutua Madrid Open 2026 in the most emphatic way possible, defeating the experienced and dangerous Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. And she did not just win. She absolutely controlled the match from the moment she found her rhythm. If the WTA was not paying close attention to Alex Eala before today, they certainly are now. Let's take you through exactly what happened on that court in Madrid, because this was not just a victory, this was a statement. This was a message sent loud, a statement. This was a message sent loud and clear from one of the most exciting young players on the tour to every single competitor in the draw. Alex Eala is here, she is ready, and she is not going anywhere. Now, to truly appreciate what Eala achieved today, you have to understand who she was facing. Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova is no pushover. This is a seasoned professional who has been on the WTA Tour for decades, a player who has been to Grand Slam finals, and who knows exactly how to control a tennis match with her experience, her court craft, and her ability to dictate the tempo of a game. When Pavlyuchenkova walks onto a clay court, she does not come to simply participate. She comes to win. And she started this match looking like she was absolutely going to do exactly that. From the very first game, Pavlyuchenkova was in complete control. She was controlling the rhythm of the rally, keeping the ball short in Eala's half of the court, and using that tactical intelligence that only comes from years and years of competing at the highest level. Her plan was crystal clear to anyone watching. She wanted to keep Eala on her toes, deny her any kind of comfortable hitting position, and slowly chip away at the young player's confidence, one game at a time. She won that first game beautifully, and for a brief moment, it genuinely looked like Pavlyuchenkova had found the blueprint to neutralize the Filipino star. But here's the thing about Alex Eala. She does not panic. She does not wilt under pressure. She assesses, she adjusts, and then she executes. The turning point came when Eala started doing what she does best. She began stretching the court wide open, pushing Pavlyuchenkova from one side to the other, and then drilling her shots into the far corners of the court where Anastasia simply could not get to them in time. Eala started throwing volleys to the open ends of the court, and Pavlyuchenkova, who does not possess the same explosive physical attributes of a younger player, found herself struggling to cover the ground required to stay in those rallies. It was clinical. It was calculated. And most importantly, it was brilliantly executed. Game after game, Eala started pulling away. Pavlyuchenkova did try to dig in and make things difficult, but the momentum had shifted completely. By the time the first set was over, Eala had run away with it 6-3, and Pavlyuchenkova's early plan of keeping things short and controlled had completely fallen apart. But what truly made the difference in this match, and what Eala herself confirmed in her post-match interview, was her serve. She had spent her preparation break leading into the Madrid Open working specifically on that department of her game, and it paid off enormously today. When Eala's serve is working, it does two things simultaneously. It wins her free points, and it puts her opponent immediately on the back foot in every single rally. Pavlyuchenkova could not handle it. She could not find a way to neutralize that weapon. And once Eala had established her serving rhythm, the match was essentially in her hands. The second set followed a similar pattern, but this time Eala came out even more aggressive. She was not willing to give Pavlyuchenkova even a moment to breathe or rebuild her confidence. Eala stormed out to a 2-game lead immediately, and the message was simple. She was not here to let this match go to a third set. She was here to close it out. Pavlyuchenkova, to her absolute credit, refused to give up. She dug deep and fought back, pulling herself to within one game of Eala, at 3-4, at one point in the set. For a brief moment, you could feel the tension rising. Could Anastasia find something? Could she channel all of that experience and somehow drag herself back into the contest? Eala answered that question immediately and decisively. She did not let the pressure affect her level. She stayed incredibly focused. She stuck to her game plan, and she closed out the second set 6-3, just like the first, winning the match in straight sets, and doing so in a manner that left absolutely no doubt about who the better player was on the day. What is remarkable about this victory is the context surrounding it. This is now the fourth consecutive season in which Alex Eala has won her first-round match at the Mutua Madrid Open. This is her favorite clay court tournament, and she clearly has a deep love for these conditions, this city, and this stage. Madrid brings out the very best in her, and the results speak for themselves. Now, while we celebrate this incredible victory, we have to look ahead, because the tournament does not stop here for Alex Eala. Her next challenge is already locked in, and it is a significant one. Standing in her way in the second round is none other than Elise Mertens. And if you are an Alex Eala supporter, this is the match you need to prepare yourself mentally for, because Elise Mertens is a completely different challenge to what Eala faced today, and in many ways, she is a considerably more dangerous opponent. In terms of playing style, Mertens is cut from a similar cloth to Pavlyuchenkova. She is a tactically intelligent player who understands how to control rallies, how to construct points, and how to use her experience to unsettle younger opponents. Like Pavlyuchenkova, she is not going to give you pace to work with. She is going to make you generate your own power, and she is going to make you work extremely hard for every single point. But here is the key difference. Elise Mertens is far more clinical than Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. When Mertens gets into her patterns, when she gets the ball where she wants it, she finishes points. She does not give you the extra ball. She does not wait for the mistake. She is decisive, she is precise, and she punishes anything loose with cold, calculated efficiency. That is what separates her from Pavlyuchenkova in this comparison, and that is what makes her such a tough opponent for anyone on the tour, let alone a player still establishing herself at this level. So, what does Alex Eala need to get past Elise Mertens and continue her extraordinary run in Madrid? First and foremost, she needs to keep that serve performing at the level it did today. The serve was the backbone of everything good that happened in her match against Pavlyuchenkova, and against Mertens, it will be just crucial, if not more so. Free points on serve, pressure on the return game, and staying out of long drawn-out baseline rallies where Mertens will look to take control. All of that starts with the serve holding up under pressure. But here is the other critical area. Eala must work on her forehand going into this next match. Against Mertens, who will be looking to expose any weakness and attack it relentlessly, a reliable and powerful forehand is going to be absolutely essential. Mertens will probe, she will test, and she will find the patterns that give her the most trouble. If Eala's forehand is not firing consistently, Mertens will exploit it again and again throughout the match. This is an area Eala and her team will need to focus on very specifically in the next practice session before that fixture comes around. That said, one thing that is absolutely clear from watching Alex Eala today is that this is a player brimming with confidence. She came into Madrid with a plan. She executed that plan under pressure against a vastly experienced opponent, and she came out the other side with a convincing straight sets victory. That kind of performance does things to a player's mindset. It reinforces belief. It tells you that the work you have been doing is paying off. And a confident Alex Eala, as we have seen time and time again, is a very, very dangerous Alex Eala. She's going to go into that Mertens match with her chest out, her serve loaded, and her mind completely locked in on the task at hand. She will not be overawed. She will not be intimidated. She will look across the net at Elise Mertens, and she will back herself fully to get the job done. Whether she succeeds or not, we will find out very soon. But what today proved, without any shadow of a doubt, is that Alex Eala belongs on this stage. She belongs in these conversations, and the WTA better take notice, because this young woman is just getting started. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Eala can go all the way in Madrid this year? Let us know. We will see you in the next one.